Hello, welcome to the watercolor bookstore. So, I heard you are looking for a new book and you are a beginner, so I'm going to share with you some of the options I think would be good for you. First, we have this creative watercolor book. So, this one we recommend for someone who has minimal experience but knows the basics. So we recommend buying this in addition to buying a tutorial or starter book because it's beginner art, but you need to know some of the foundations. We have some information on paint and brushes and masking fluid. Brushes. And we have lots of graphics. I enjoy this book because it goes a bit in depth about things. We learn the part of the brush, like the crimps, and has a lot of tips. Let's go to a random page. Think of a number. 81. So it has so much information. We have a house or potted plant, azalea bush, and lilac bush, and you learn about, each one. So what's your favorite? I like that one too. I think my favorite is the azalea bush. So yeah, this book has just a lot of information in it, a lot of text, so you can really sit back and read while also enjoying the images. Yeah. It is a larger book as well, so just be mindful that it might take up some space. Okay, our next book is more of a beginner to mid-level book. I would not start off with this book, but it is Watercolor with Me in the Forest, And we have a fox and mushrooms, a butterfly, lots. So this is not a hard copy book, but it's more rectangular than square also. But we have a book where we learn a bit more about these earthy tones, creative graphics of the forest, and it's broken up into these 4 main sections: wet on dry, wet on wet, painting fur, and ink and wash. And you have these sections where you can try a lot of watercolor books. Might have the paper on the left and then the tutorial on the right, so you also save paper. You don't need to purchase paper for this unless, of course, you need to retry, but you can rip this out if you want to hang it up or give it as a gift. And yes, this is our sample book, so we do have some graphics already drawn. A caterpillar. As you can tell, so many of this are all earthy tones. Turtle or tortoise, bluebird, This is Start Now in Watercolor, and it is a hard copy. So, this book is good for somebody who is just beginning, because we're really gonna get started from the beginning of sketching, really learning the basics and foundations mentally as well, and start off with just parts of a painting, and then we'll put it all together. Again, this does contain a decent amount of text. Yeah, I love this too. This is so cute to me. Still life. And then we'll get further and further in the book. And, again, they take it very slow on the left, and we kind of see the larger painting here on the right, and that's so cute. Little beach scene. And then, it's broken up into parts, of course, so if you know something already, you can skip ahead. Let's see if you can guess what I'm gonna draw. Ready? Did you guess? Did you guess? Did you guess? I'll go again. Same thing. That was a bit fast. It was a cat. It was a cat. Okay. This one is a everyday one. So again, very beginner, learn how to paint watercolor in 30 days. We have a flamingo. This is also paperback. It really starts off with the basics: primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors. We're really just gonna get the basic foundational skills. So this is a good book for a beginner. Alright, this one is another foundational one. A bit older, a paperback. Contents. Yes, this one is an older book, but we have lots of helpful tips that still apply today. And it is in black and white, but we do have some color, because we're going to talk about monochrome in here. And if you need help with your sketching, I would suggest this book, because it really makes sure that you have your first stages covered before you begin painting. And then our last book is Watercolor Painting Techniques. Look at that brush. It is a paperback, and it's a book that teaches you different techniques, and I recommend this book for beginner to mid-level. It could be overwhelming if you are just beginning, so maybe after you've gotten a little bit of a foundation. So, pretty similar to our other ones. It's going to be broken up into sections, but this one has real photos, a lot of real photos. And we have a lot of nature scenes, handling the dark center of interest. So, say you've begun your watercolor journey, but you're running into some problems or you're advancing and you need those techniques, these are very specific to capturing a hazy atmosphere with watercolor. Especially if you're interested in drawing landscapes or painting landscapes, I think that this book is really helpful. That's really pretty, isn't it? Contents, artists, watercolor, painting techniques. Alright, so do you have an idea of what you would like to purchase today? And you can always come back if you want a more advanced book. But okay, the start now. I think that's an excellent choice. Anything else today? Okay, this book. That's a great choice too. This is full of so much information, so I'll go ahead and ring those books up for you, and I hope to see you again soon.